Hello, people, and welcome to follow the semi-finals of the Online Carcassonne Finnish Championships 2025. The group stage is obviously over. Took us 3 weeks, and if we look at the statistics, then we can see in Group A the semi-finalists will be are myself as well as maelstrim. That's Matti Vähätalo with 3 wins, myself and maelstrim with 2 out of 3 wins. And as you can see from the stream's title, then today's opponent for Matti will be Lauri Leppänen, who qualified himself from Group B with 3 out of 3 match wins. And the second qualifiee from Group B is Jon Vornanen with the screen name Noppasakki, with also 2 match wins out of 3, and he will be my opponent then tomorrow. Now, the semi-finals, finals, and the bronze medal match will be best of 5. So we are expecting for this stream to take like at the bare minimum an hour if it were to be a 3-0, but I have a strong suspicion that it will take longer. Even with a 3-0 outcome, because Lauri is certainly more of a my type of player who takes a good while with his moves and really uses up his time more than the usual competitive players do. So of course, with the current coefficient rankings for CCL, the prizes for the OCFC are so that the first player or that the winner gets the main stage directly, and the second place will get the qualifier spot. So basically, if you win your match, your semi-final match, you are guaranteed to get at least the CCL qualifier spot. Welcome, IMD. Just lost to Larpaattori a couple of hours ago. Actually, I did review your game with Larpaattori because I have a lot of free time, so I just decided to take a little look-see at some of his recent games. It was very interesting. We should be actually starting right as we speak at past, and we are on our way. So Larpaattori currently rated at 649 and maelstrim at 452. So there is quite a big gap with the rating, but let us not really focus on that all too much, as we have seen both players actually doing pretty fine. Well, actually, Larpaattori doing really fine with his Group B win, and maelstrim also with 2 out of 3 wins, also beating the one of the 3 Finnish masters, Lapinkoski, in Group A as well, and I think he actually beat him 2-0. Don't quote me on that, but I think it was 2-0. Maybe I forget. I probably should know that because it was like my latest stream. But oh well. Can't know them all. Okay, so we have early stuff. Actually, a lot of, well, not that much early stuff for Lauri, with only 2 points, and so far nothing but road tiles really for him. And it does not seem to be really serving too well. And look at the amount of straight roads that he's getting. Like maybe even this one was just like 1, 2, 3, 4, and still kind of getting straight roads, which is just just humorous at this point. But I think yeah, this has to be the first kind of a major slip up actually from Maelstrom. I know it's 3 points and like it's making his monastery one tile away from completion. But the thing is that this monastery or this 3 point road it isn't like going anywhere. Like it's not going to disappear. Like you can take it whenever you want because this square is unblockable. But it was far more important for Malmström to simply protect his city by turning the curve going to the right and leaving himself with all 3 daggers, with 3 city crossroads, and also the all 5 Doritos, instead of getting attacked or blocked to the one remaining starting tile. Do you think I should have prioritized the triple block a bit more? Um, Now, even though I did watch your game, I can't say, especially like on the spot here, how it was, how it was like, because I do tend to like kind of go through them rather fast, and the reason I said that it was interesting was because I certainly did think so like when I took a look at it, but because I like just seriously cannot remember by heart every game that I watched, even like despite it being so um, like such a little time ago that I watched it, like it doesn't really um, mean that I remember it too well. But it might come up to me at some point here. Welcome, Helge. Nice to see you in the chat as well. Okay, so we have a continuation road from Malmström and looking to grab a 6 pointer. Note that there's only one triple city with the road remaining into this square, so it wasn't really beneficial for blue to attack with a second meeple, and which is exactly why he didn't do that. Now, what is rather questionable, I want to say, is the is this decision with the road, because like he's pointing the road upwards to a very vulnerable spot where it can be restricted immediately in one way or another. And now, I mean, this is like the best possible tile that Larpaattori could have ever gotten to start blocking this road, because it's like a rather useless for his own constructions, and it doesn't matter if Maelstrom actually gets the dagger, because it's not going to be like really helping in terms of the city, because it's going to be a really well, rather difficult to actually finish, and usually it will not be taken. Cities started for Maelstrom and for Larpaattori. Just taking quick points here and looking to certainly cause some chaos onto the city of red by restricting it to the one final starting tile, which is exactly why Larpaattori decides to actually direct the city to the right, and with the like indication that if my city will be stuck, then your city will also be stuck. So it's currently just a simply winning mini battle for for red here. And honestly, I think it could be actually worth it, and I would do that as Maelstrom. I would, oh no, well, not do this. I would certainly be going over here and saving this square, because there is quite actually quite a big likelihood, if you think about it, for red to draw a Dorito or a triple city, or like any triple city, go over here, block this square, and have a larger part of the ruin which can still grow by a number of tiles. And he can still do that. And like he's gonna go there, he's gonna get the extender. Now he has achieved exactly that. He has a larger part of the ruin, and he can still expand it. But what could have been even more devastating was that Lauri could have gotten a triple city, go over here, block the square, and also suck up the second blue meeple to that city, which is why it was such a bad move, to be honest, to start a city over here. Also, it just created a 4-point road, which I guess maybe actually at this stage it might even be more beneficial for blue because he is behind and his meeples are in spots which are rather difficult to get back. Whereas Lauri has just 4 meeples in his hand, able to now take the vacant field, and he's going to be having pretty easy time, honestly, because he just simply has more meeples to mess around with. And this field is out now already at 12 points. It's going to be likely at 15 points very, very soon when the city gets taken. And maelstrim is just focusing on getting yet another meeple in his hand, but he's also getting a meeple back to red's hand. So actually this trade-off is like really bad for blue because despite getting that extra meeple, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really help your situation with the field by being able to have an extra meeple to attack the field, because you also give that exact extra meeple to red as well. And we can see that it was immediately the first idea of red to get the extra meeple to the field, take a 6-point field, and really like set an iron foot on this field. 5-point difference on the scoreboard. We have a small winning mini battle over here for blue for +3 points, so he's -2, +2 with this road, +7 with this monastery, and with this losing mini battle, he's back down to -2, -8, and then this field, so -23 with equal meeples. There's no question about it that blue will have to attack this field, and at the very least, I think what it will end up resulting with is that red will be losing these 6 extra points for 1 meeple added to the field by blue. So in reality, even if you were not to get an equal position as blue with an extra meeple to the field, it will likely cause the loss of these 6 extra points. So this 1 meeple added to the field will be worth at least 6 points, I think, in all likelihood. But not anymore, as Larpaattori has a chance to actually go over here, which would be just really something that I don't think red will be ever able, that I think blue will never be able to come back from, because this strengthens the field to 2 meeples, with the third meeple also pending if necessary. And since Larpaattori is so far ahead, then the only thing he really needs to do is to make sure that these fields stay in his control. Like, that's almost the only thing that he needs to do. So with that in mind, I honestly would be would be designed to potentially go over here to unite all the fields. Now, it could be also be tempting to just take, I don't know, maybe 3 points from here. But, I mean, that's also a winning strategy at the moment, I think. Because usually when you are like ahead by a lot, then if you just keep taking quick points from here and from there, then it's pretty difficult to lose. So I would be able to understand both scenarios here, but let's see what Red will be doing. He just takes actually 7-point monastery, which it's also fine. It's doing the same. It's doing the same stuff as basically taking quick points. So it's just focusing on scoring for red, and yeah, that is exactly what he has to do. Simply focus on scoring, and life will be good. Maelstrim will be able to take his meeple back from the monastery. It will trap his city though, with like any road tile here afterwards, but maybe it's not such a big deal. Or maybe it is. Well, Blue decides to go with the attack onto the field, which I can very much understand. After all, it is a 15-point field, and it is very likely going to be needed for the fighting chances of Blue. Larpaattori has an extra meeple in his hand, and he can start unifying the extra farmer here, which I think is what he will decide to do. I don't think he can fully block this square, at least with the curve. There, it is possible to block it to a dagger because there are no daggers remaining, but he can't do a dagger block with this, but he will do a partial block, it seems. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there is still one tile to go here, one regular curve. But in Blue's, yeah, actually in Blue's situation, having one tile or 5 tiles here doesn't really make a difference because you still need to like get just a good enough run out of tiles to get to the essential features and to be able to score well. +1 for Blue, +9, 10, 12, 3, -4 equal +3, -2, -8. Okay, so if Blue connects to the 15-point field, he's going to be -8, with still one meeple less than. Sorry, with still equal meeples. So actually, this is. I mean, there is still a chance actually for Blue here. So, for instance, Red could be drawing, and actually, I gotta scroll out a bit. So, for instance, Red could be drawing absolute nothing and could potentially not be able to block this connection, which unfortunately for Blue, that will not be the case. Hello, Vika. So the connection will get blocked for sure. I would say almost for certain here. I don't think it's time to prioritize a partial block here because I think there still is a starting tile. So Larpaattori can't actually do a full block onto this city. So I would certainly focus on the full block, which will be worth at least 12 points actually, if it happens to be the case that Blue has a curve in hand, because this connection is worth 12 points for Blue. And yeah, because like the Larpaattori has to realize that he's in such a good position that he was +8, well now +7, even without even with the connection, even with a shared main field. But if he keeps the field, he's going to be at +19. So it doesn't really matter if blue finishes the city. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Nah, this can't be. I I don't think this is good. I think this is creating chances for blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there is still one curve remaining in the square. Like it actually doesn't matter all that much if blue finishes the city, right? I don't think it does. It would be 1, 2, 3, 4, like 6 points with a farmer here. And then Larpaattori would still be leading by like 13 points. So just getting to this field is like so essential. It's like the number one primary goal for blue here. If that doesn't happen, I don't see how blue will win this game. I don't see it. I don't see it. And like when you go for these partial blocks in this situation, like it doesn't. Oh God, good lord. Oh, that is so bad. Like that's gotta be so bad. Like first of all, there are no two curves. So first we'll have to go here and the other here, but there's only one curve. Maelstrim only has like three. Yeah, he only has three moves remaining, and he Maelstrom actually I think he kind of had to leave a meeple in his hand to be able to like place a farmer on here if he happens to get the final remaining. Oh wait. There's no starting tile though. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh well, that explains. Then also these have run out, and oh well, never mind then. Well, this is just a full block. Yeah, then I can't really actually even scrutinize the block here because it was actually a full block, but I just thought it was partial. I just missed out on one of the starting tiles. But yeah, this is then just good. Although maybe I would just still block this rather. Just take it out. Um, Larpaattori also has the final curve in hand, so yeah, nothing was really working out here for blue, except for like in the beginning, but then it just all kind of crumpled like a piece by piece, starting from the excessive greed of making this 3 point or 4 point move so quickly instead of going with a controlled move to save your city here, which would be like a 12-point city, which is really good. The players with field hallucinations, yeah, I think only really from Blue's part. I think Red definitely had the uh, had the game under control, um, despite my early critique, but that critique ended up being really like not even that justified because it was just my calculation errors which made me give such critique in the first place. So we have 1-0 advantage for Larpaattori, and we head on to the game number 2. Where we already see this kind of a very, very high level move here with with a city crossroad, instead of just finishing your road, maybe taking a 4-pointer, uh, finishing your city, sorry, and taking your 4-pointer and placing a meeple on the road, then instead Lauri takes 3 points and is going to indirectly finish his city. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the players are talking about the first game. Laura saying that he didn't spot all that many like disastrous moves, but Maelstrom correctly recognizing his major mistake with his final meeple, with his final field meeple, which is good because recognizing your mistakes is always progress. Accurate tile counting is a must do when you are playing high level matches and with pretty high stakes. This is also, I mean, it's pretty wild to be honest, because there is a very good chance actually, or what seems to be a really good chance for Lauri to actually just place a regular curve here and direct the road downwards, also blocking the city as well to the 2 remaining daggers because one of them has already gone out of the deck. So I I want to say that unless something happens here, then that is exactly what's going to go down, and this is actually pretty neat. So the idea of this move is to, of course, well, really, Lauri is saying that he isn't bothered by having a ruin as a continuation of this quad city, which was most likely added to his city by blue, but instead he will be just creating some chaos for the road and for the city of blue, because most often a tile which goes here is going to be a curvy tile, which will not really be great at all for blue to do anything with here. And this, yikes. I mean, it's, well, actually, maybe it's not that bad. But because if you go like over here, then you of course you expose a blocking platform to your city immediately, like a full blocking platform. So maybe going over here is all right. And now actually it doesn't matter that much that you have potentially the road going into a dagger. And if anything, this square is now kind of easy to save because you just go here with like a field side, or yeah, like maybe you can go over here now, but then you would have to find 2 daggers though. Maybe it's not that worth it. Yeah, like after the attack on the city, it's like so annoying to deal with this square right here. But like before the attack, it was like kind of still fine. Like if blue was to be able to cover up this square, then he would be living a pretty okay life. But with the attack and with the situation, then it's not really that pleasant. And we also have some more vulnerable squares for blue, as his monastery and city are about to be restricted to a dagger very soon, potentially, if he doesn't go over here like right now. And he does, which is good. So he doesn't get wasted, so to say. What about placing the curve God damn it, I can't say the full chat. What about placing the curve to potentially continue the road with a starting tile? Yeah, like this. Like it's kind of fine, but like the issue with that is it doesn't really help our road as much, to be honest, because then we are going to be first of all needing to use a valuable city cap over here, either as a starting tile or the city crossroad, and then we are still going to be left potentially with a restricted square, which will force us to place more tiles to our opponent's ruin or even a city. Like this, like in some cases, this even gets finished entirely. So it doesn't really serve us that well to be using tiles on our opponent's ruin or city. So rather, actually, maybe even keep some of the tiles alive, like this final triple city with a road, to be able to go here, or just be able to continue this with the road Dorito maybe, and then have this dagger spot, which there are still two remaining. Well, were two remaining, and then like at least have a longer road, right? Okay, what has happened is that well, Larpaattori is getting his monastery out, and maelstrim has gotten his city attacked with after using a dagger over here, which I can't really say I agree with, because yeah, like as we can see, it does expose the city to an attack, and it allows the monastery to be finished without the city to get finished. So this is actually pretty important to note, that when you have any feature next to your opponent's monastery, it doesn't really make sense for you to spend any tiles on that feature if your feature does not get finished, but your but it allows the completion of your opponent's monastery, unless of course the monastery is blocked. But usually you like whenever you have a feature next to your opponent's monastery, you just want to use like crossroads or road ends or city caps, things that are going to be finishing your feature and not helping the monastery more than the 1 point that you are kind of forced to do if you want to get the meeple back. £11 is the difference on the scoreboard in favor of red. We have a nice looking city here at the bottom for red indeed. We still have this situation with the cities or city parts for, well, more so for blue, who is looking to grab a divider over here to finish a 10-pointer and give a 4-pointer to red. One, two, three, four. Yeah, actually it was a very risky road to take, because it was blockable with one tile, and that one tile immediately struck the hand of red. And so now we have a blocked meeple at 6 points. What we also have is well, how many blocked features do we actually have? Well, this road is blocked because there are no 2 daggers to go. As a matter of fact, I don't think there's even a 1 dagger to go. There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. So all daggers with the left-hand side curve are out. So this guy is dead. We have plus 17 for red, plus 20, plus 14, plus 13. plus 7 plus 4 plus 1 plus 4 for blue plus 7 plus 4, actually dead equal in points at the moment, I believe, but with red's 2 additional meeples, this should be a pretty big advantage. But there are, of course, some things that blue can make happen. So first of all, there are the 2 dividers to go into the square, which will give a meeple back to blue. And they will actually then allow maybe even a road monastery to go here as a stacked monastery. And also, I mean, it just resolves the issue with the square anyways. I believe there are still tiles to go over here to give a meeple back to red. Also, we just missed out on a full blocking opportunity, which is wild. Blue could have blocked red's potential 8-point city with the monastery. Exactly, yeah, exactly what I was about to start saying. So instead of going at the top here, yeah, blue should have just simply blocked the 8-point city of red, which is now still live. And I believe the reason why blue didn't do that is because he wanted to not allow a harassing spot next to his well, really only one easily recoverable city. But I mean, just it's a full block though, and you have meeples you can recover from here and from here. So like, it's not that bad, even if this would get restricted. And like, you gotta take risks when you are at a disadvantage, which is exactly what blue is at the moment. Like, the disadvantage for blue here is like absolutely massive. Like, the situation is pretty terrible, to be quite frank. So we are at 21 plus for red, plus 24, 18, 13, 7, 4, 1, minus 3 equal plus 4, plus 3, and now plus 12 with an expansionable field, which is absolutely terrible news for blue, who lost the coin flips with the dividers over here, so now even that is not possible. And I really don't even know what blue should be doing here to try to win. What does he even have? There's the Road Monastery left in the deck, which I guess could be used to get maybe 9 points if something is added over here. Maybe maybe if there are city caps, he can also try to finish the city. But it's looking kind of bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Like 2 city caps remaining. Yeah, the chances of this city getting actually completed are pretty bad. Would have to get would have to get both the remaining city caps. So the continuous blocking of the city has paid off for red. Well, maybe not just yet, but it's very close to doing so. Maelstrim takes 2 points and leaves a 3-point road, which he will be able to potentially get. And this is going to be the final straw, the final nail in the coffin for this game. Red getting a dagger, finishing the 8-point city, which was totally blockable earlier on, which is a real shame. So now just an extra meeple and like plus 18 on the board, or like with everything counted. And also this city is now no longer finishable, whatever happens. Larpaattori drawing a monastery, which I think he will meeple in a good 6-point spot. There isn't like anything he has to really be worried about. I think he also has. Actually, he does not have. I thought he had a a field triangle to go here still, but they are all gone. This is likely just well. This is at least the 3 points, right? which Blue laid down for himself to take. So they are there. I mean, and we kind of do have to take them because we don't have anything else to really do. And like we can't really invest our meeple on anything. We need it for the road monastery because that is the highest scoring tile at the moment in the deck for us, and the Blue is gonna need every single point he can muster. So 3 points. And it's not like he can really attack this field like anyways. Maybe there's a case where we take these 3 points now. Maybe we get the road monastery, we get to take these 4 points, then we get to attack this field and connect to for 9 points for 2 moves. That's about the best scenario that I can come up with. That's about the best. So it would be like 16 points for the for 4 moves, which is like pretty good to be honest. I mean, an average of 4 points per move. But let's see what he does. I mean, he only has 10 seconds remaining in his clock. He gotta do something, man. Yeah, okay, so he finally takes the 3 points. Going really close with the clock, but fortunately for him, there is the accumulative time format here. So plus 35 seconds on your clock after every move. No road monastery for us, well, or for Blue, which means that his scoring potential will be a lot less than in the best case scenario. Or well, let's say 4 points less, 4 points less at least. But he might be getting to the field. Well, not with this tile, no. Gets a city cap, but he does get the road monastery, which means that it will be a guaranteed connection. Actually, no. Larpaattori could even go over here and drop a farmer, which honestly I think it's actually the best move in the game at the moment for him because it stops the connection. It stops 6 points. So he doesn't see it. Shame. He doesn't see it because you gotta think about the net points. So Blue gets 6 with the connection, and Red got 4. Whereas, so that's like minus 2 for Red. Whereas if you go here, right, you place a dead farmer and don't allow this connection here because then also the red connects, then the best move for Blue is going to be going over here for 1 point, and that's only net minus 1 point for Red. So not that this really had a big impact, but like it would have been really cool to see this kind of dead farmer being actually the best move available for you. Actually the best move, which is wild. $11 points is the final difference, which is actually pretty pretty low if you think about it. Like we only lost 4 points out of our like best possible outcome as blue with the final 4 tiles. So I would say that this outcome is pretty okay for blue for the end game. When are the finals? The finals are next week. Yeah, they will. We have a one match per week system. So this week is the semifinals and the bronze medal match, and the finals are then on the following week. 2-0 for Larpaattori. And it's looking like Matti has to do a lot of work to get back from this. A lot of work. And looks like maybe a couple of minute break for the players. I certainly hope they know that it's best of 5. It might have been worth it for me to mention that like one more time before the match started. But like I'm pretty sure that like at least Lauri knows, because like he's so keen um, on the competitive side, that like he's the one from out of these two players who would certainly be paying attention on the details. So I think it's just gonna be a couple of minute break. But because I am not the most trusty of the people, then I will actually message them and remind that it's a best of 5. Yeah, best. Yeah, it's a best of 5. God damn it, the man is in the chat, bro. The man's in the chat when he's supposed to play. When he's supposed to be playing. The semifinals and the bronze medal game and the finals are best of 5. Yeah, apparently it has not been mentioned too many times. Like it's like stated in the rules very clearly, and it's also stated on the .gg website that the playoffs are best of 5. Like you can see that in the playoff like yeah, like you can see that in the playoff section. Like it's best of 5. Okay, well, in that light, I will be. I just sent a message. I just sent a message actually to maelstrim that to notify him that the semifinals are best of 5. So hopefully he hasn't gone online like offline yet. Yeah. Okay. Well, he responded. So um, yeah. Apparently, I have to do a better job in advertising the format of OCFC. Because well, it just depends on basically the amount of participants. But if the playoffs are played with I believe 8 people, then we have best of 3 matches until the finals. But when there are 4 playoffs, then best of 5. You obviously think of us too highly. Well, I had my hopes up, but but I would certainly like to think of you guys highly. Okay, so third game on its way. Larpaattori has the chance to now um, take the bag home, and maelstrim, as mentioned earlier, has a quite a high hill to climb, but this is a good start. Very very good spot for a road monastery. Harasses the city of Fred and also controls the road of Fred as well. Arguably, actually, the best spot available for the monastery at that given moment. Now, we also do get to attack the city, which is nice. Of course, the dividers are still remaining in the deck, which means that not even a bad move, honestly, for maelstrim to simply go over here, and then maybe go with a straight road here afterwards to just make sure that there will be no divider shenanigans here, which is exactly what he decides to do. I like it. And now the straight road as a continuation. I mean, especially after this, you kind of have to do it. And it was precisely the point of this move to be able to go here with really any tile which will be able to guarantee the no divider possibility. And it is also what happens. Nice. Okay, then. Wonderful tile. We're finishing the road, starting a city. In some cases, I think you could even start the city like going to the right, because then you just get an extra point onto your monastery very easily. But starting downwards is also just fine. It's like a tad bit more safer, but it just slightly makes your structures have to be done a bit more inefficiently. Because like you see here, because of the sheer amount of city caps and city tiles in general that were remaining on this spot had to turn the city cap to the right, then it was pretty low chance to get traps here. Like a really like actually a really low chance. But we do get the 4 points, and we have a nice monastery also. One which unfortunately we have to get specifically road tiles to aid in our building. And finishing 4 points endangers the road monastery. Well, not actually, because you still had two starting tiles remaining, like even after, and also like if it does get restricted to a starting tile, then at least your opponent has to add a point to your monastery, which is like never all that bad, especially when it is not a full block. So like I wouldn't be really bothered about this. Well, now it's like a bit different because now there's only one starting tile left, but still, I mean, it's still okay because we have the 50-50 chance, and it's also a shielded tile. So like we have a 50-50 chance of being able to use a shielded tile, which our opponent donated to us. Well, donated is a bit of a strong word. Potentially gave us if we happen to land on the starting tile. Monastery for Larpaattori, and really a terrible map for for like any monasteries to be used in this game. Like other than this, it's a really terrible map to be using any monasteries, and I honestly I don't expect um, there to be that many monasteries, especially finished in this game. Maybe like 0. But what we miss out in monasteries, we are definitely not missing out in fields. Look at this, 12 points, 15 points for this field, and it's also a field to which maelstrim attacks immediately, not allowing red to get in there with a meeple of his own, because otherwise red would have definitely been going over here, drop a farmer, and then be in a real nice control of the field, because it's an easy connection from either side. City cap for maelstrim, not the best type of tile. I like it's a good tile, and we are gonna be starting a city somewhere, I reckon. Or that, like, yeah, this is the thing. When you have 2 meeples only, and you have some meeples blocked, you tend to have this like very reserved, um, let's say reserved moments where you don't really want to place a meeple on even on a city cap, because then you have to play with only 1 meeple. But like in this scenario, it's still like not bad really at all, because blue would be having a city cap that they can release at any point. They also have a road which only requires a curve or a crossroad to be finished, and so those are like the best types of tiles for you to be able to use when you have only 1 meeple in hand, because it's really so easy to get a meeple back. It's just like so easy. And I am fully expecting to see this move right now. Yes, we do. Now it does offer a attacking spot to the field for Larpaattori, which he is not able to use, but he is going to be considering to drop a farmer over here, because there is still this one singular city cap remaining to this square, and it just happens to be so that it is in blue's hand. And yeah, that was really unfortunate for red for sure. And now look at this field, 18 points and only 1 single spot to attack to the field from. And it's even like it could be taken away at like any time, at any point, with either a road tile or a city tile. Monastery for blue. I mean, could be going over here, I guess, because now it's a 5-point spot. Yeah, but not. Oh, not sure about that, but okay. Because like now you're gonna have quite the effort that you have to do to build up that monastery, and you are really only able to use field plus field tiles. And if you go here, then you also share a square with your opponent's monastery. So it's really it's really only red who wants to place anything over here. And oh, this is a tragic block for red, and should be an instantaneous move, which it is. Well, actually, not a full block. There still is that one starting tile remaining. So now it just becomes a pretty much a key tile of the game. depending on when it is drawn, like if it is drawn as, like, let's say, as your final tile, it doesn't really matter that much. But now when it has the capability to release a meeple for either player, then it starts to be a pretty huge deal. 3 points added to the city part of blue. And it does leave a 4-point road, which red immediately takes away. So I wonder if it was the most efficient. Let's see. 1, 2. Well, there was still actually one triple city with the road left in the deck, and also some road Doritos. Well, 2 road Doritos. And this. Oh. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like where this is headed. Because you're gonna have to meeple that. But now it's like super blockable. There are no daggers. And even just with just a regular road, it would be would be like super restricting on this city. Yeah, this is really really bad, to be honest, for blue. It's gonna hurt his winning chances a lot, I think. Okay, let's see the point count. So plus 14 for red. We have 8 for 8 and 5 for, yeah, blocked immediately. Like this was not difficult to see, man. This was not difficult to see. All you need to do is to realize that all daggers are gone, and man. Okay, plus 14, 8 for 8, 5 for 4, so plus 19 plus 20. This is equal plus 18 for red, which is the field. So this city is all that blue has for a plus. So that's plus 5. And now plus 3, and red has meeples. Yeah, and now actually red is in a position where he doesn't even need to get himself any meeples back, especially if he gets this city. But the starting tile is going to change stuff a lot. Now that blue has a meeple, he can score for this 8-point city. And it's unblockable actually with only one tile. Well, especially with the curb, because there is a city crossroad, which is, I believe, the only city cap with a road in it, which is left in the deck as of right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it is. And judging by how long it takes for Larpaattori to play this, there's gotta be at least one city cap with a field also remaining. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and there is the city cap. There are city caps, and that's 8 points added to blue. I mean, surely there is nothing else where blue would be going. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. 8 points added. But Larpaattori also gets to connect onto the field, though. Okay. But given the city cap amount, there's surely a chance for blue to go over here with a third farmer. Should be. Which is why it might be beneficial for red to actually meeple that city cap. And which is why I think red will be doing that. And it's exactly what he's thinking. And he does meeple that. Well, unfortunately, blue does not get an attacking tile to the field, and I think he's gonna have to go here and to take out that attacking spot. And actually, I think blue has to meeple has to win this win this field in order to have a fighting chance. Because before this city, it was like just a couple of points difference in for blue. And now it's like plus 10, minus 8 or something. And oh no. Oh, the prioritization is on. Well, it's on. Wait, is it actually good? Are there tiles to go here? I mean, blue better hope that there aren't, or that he gets them all. Okay, maybe this is a huge, big brain move of like not even bothering to block this, but straight up going here and straight up going with the third farmer to not allow red to get in there. Is this the biggest brain move? Well, Larpaattori is gonna go and take this field, that's for sure, because there is nothing else that he can do which will give him more points, and his goal is to connect to this field with his final tile. So the best that he could get with his final tile, if he saves the meeple now, is like 2 points, which means that it is much better for him to grab this field now for 6 points, because he can also like take no quick points at all at the moment. Oh, but what I think he's doing is he's counting tiles to see whether he can drop something like a ninja farmer from here, which could be possible, but decides not to. So the question is there a tile to go here? And there is not a tile to go here. Oh my lord, actually blue is gonna take over the field, and because he got the only remaining tile, which was this crossroad that allowed the connection for red, surely the field is going to be enough after all the other points. Like the field is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 8, 24 points for the field. There is no way red has that much banked. Absolutely no way. 97 to 90, even though he's cut them close, it's not enough. And it was actually such a big brain move from blue to just disregard the city cap, like which usually the biggest threat in Carcassonne of finishing a city and dropping a farmer, especially to a feature which was so critical. But blue decided better, and instead of blocking, just went for the connection himself when he had the chance to, which actually was, now that I think about it, it was also a spot that he had to use at some point, because he had to win the field in order to have a chance in this game and in this match. So yeah, points for blue, both on the scoreboard and on the match score as from Ingenuity. And he's going to make this not a sweep. He's starting his comeback. Where would you put that city cap with the curve? Unfortunately, I have no idea at which point you set that pickup, but maybe you would like to make some clearance for me for that, so I can actually make a reasonable comment on it. In the meanwhile, we will be focusing on this fourth game, where Larpaattori is continuing his city. Um, Actually, I'm slightly surprised he didn't go over here to start an easy road, but I'm also Honestly, I'm also a bit surprised he didn't finish the city because uh, despite me always emphasizing the importance of the two city principle, the two city principle really only applies when you have a safe city and then you start another one. It doesn't really apply when you have a city which can be attacked and also to which you have used more than one tile on, which is the case in here. Like it can be attacked. But we are seeing also that Red is kind of correcting his mistakes and even taking advantage rather of the situation here. Now tying two meeples from blue to this structure, which isn't really as harmful as it might first seem for blue, because the thing is that his city part can be continued. So even if there was to be a block on this square, it doesn't really matter if blue is going to be able to accumulate enough points on the road and on the city, whereas red's city part would be left out to only 2 points. However, what is unfortunate for blue though is that he isn't really able to place anything over here because blue still doesn't want that to get blocked, nor can he really attack it because it will get blocked if he tries to do that. But red, on the other hand, red will be at some point interested in going over here with a city tile and then either blocking or attacking that that square, especially if all the three triple cities with a road remain in the deck. About blue city that got blocked immediately. Ah, yeah, I see. Um, I mean, I want to say that I'd be trying to uh, either just place a city cap on my field or maybe continue the city that we had on the right side to kind of threaten it's possible completion, even though it would be kind of unlikely. Or then we could just add a point to our monastery. Like all of those, I think are fine. But because we actually had a decent position, um, then I don't think we had to take a chance with the last meeple and put it under the pressure of getting instantly blocked. Well, should be an easy attack for maelstrim, and it is. Just in time, as red was waiting with a city cap. Also gets the connection, and yeah, I think he's gonna go with it. Like usually, it's gonna be like really awkward to do these kind of connections, especially when your opponent has meeples in hand, because what can happen very easily is your opponent just finds a city cap to go over here or this and attack with a third meeple. And yeah, I get that it was that it's important for us to also save squares elsewhere, but because we don't have meeples, it's like so important to make sure that red cannot attack this feature, because now if he gets in with the third meeple, we can't contest it anymore because we don't have the meeples remaining. And also, what the fuck is this 1 point meeple over here? I didn't even see that. Like, genuinely, what is this? No wonder we don't have any meeples in hand. I have no idea why or how or by whose authority this 1 point road meeple has gotten in there. Shielded tile for maelstrim. Gonna be used to simply, yeah, add 2 points to this ruin. Honestly, I think we should go over here because we don't have a meeple and we want to be able to use a divider over here. On the other hand, we would then be restricting the square to field plus city tiles, which there are more of remaining in the deck than there are field plus road, city plus road tiles, aren't there? Because there's 1, 2, 3. Actually, no, wait. There's only one field Dorito, as there is, I believe, also only one road Dorito. Oh wait, 0 road Doritos. Wait a second. Wait a second. 0 road Doritos. But there are the triple cities with the road. Versus 1, 2, 3. Also one triple city with a field. But I think this is actually still better, because we do actually like guarantee that we have a tile to get a meeple back, or meeples back, right? So at least it offers us, it's going to offer us that possibility. And we also need the triple city for the road over here. And when we, or maybe if Larpaattori gets his hand on a triple city with a road, then it's going to be nice to see for blue that it will not be able to be used over here, but instead it will be used somewhere else. Yep, sure. Okay, now we have a step closer to getting meeples back. This is great. Now we are even a bigger step closer of getting a meeple back. Yep, it is indeed going in its rightful place. The scoreboard is looking kind of bad though, and we have to do something about it. But we can't really do it unless we have the meeples to do so. And unfortunately, despite the oh so juicy dagger, Larpaattori entirely ignores the rather large city and takes points instead, even though it seems like there is a massive amount of city caps remaining. Wow. Well, I mean, surely we just go here. Oh boy, is this the absolute downfall of Larpaattori? Is this the absolute downfall? I think he just went over here. Well, first of all, it's a 7-point move, and it creates another city cap to his field. But also, I think he wanted to save his meeple for the potential road monastery. But now he might be suffering real goddamn consequences for his choices, and he might have to rethink his life decisions. Is this blockable with one tile? There is still a dagger, isn't there? No, there is not actually, which is pretty bad for maelstrim. Well, how many tiles are there actually? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3 city caps still to go here. But the thing is, it's like blockable with like every tile, like blockable or attackable. which is so bad for maelstrim. Like it's really unfortunate that that he was not able to get a city cap here, or even a defense tile. Really, he might even have to resort into going over here, but he does not, and I think he's gonna get blocked. Well, actually no. Ooh, actually no. Well, this is certainly an attacking tile for Larpaattori, but there is only one tile that he can go here with, and he needs the same tile here. So if Larpaattori goes here, it's going to be a dead meeple no matter what, because neither player will never be placing the triangle here. And yeah, he goes with it. And he's going to realize for sure that it is a dead meeple, but he only does this because he has to, because he can't block it, and because he cannot afford this city to get finished. Oh, and now he's gonna go for the expansion of the ruin, because he actually doesn't now he does not care about the connection onto this city, because even if this connection gets blocked, then now he can use the same tile over here. Okay, well, first things first, we have two meeples. We are gonna be just fine with one meeple. To where do we attack? It like this looks like a good attacking spot. It's a 9-point field, and for maelstrim, it's gonna be really crucial for him to get the Dorito, because that's a very much a key tile, and he's maybe even going to have to get the road monastery also. Oh, wait a second, maybe not. Maybe in some cases, only getting the Dorito is going to be enough, because the point situation isn't actually even bad. And he's gonna be able to take points here. It doesn't actually matter at all that he will not be able to block this square afterwards, because I think he won't. Um, because he's simply going to rely on getting the Dorito himself, or he should be, because that is his win condition. Unfortunately, he does decide to keep the blocking spot open, which I don't see which I don't see bringing much good for blue. Because he's gonna have to just draw the Dorito. Like that is exactly what needs to happen for blue to have a chance at the win. And now Maelstrom needs to draw, like, now I'm pretty sure that Maelstrom needs to draw both the Dorito and the Road Monastery. So he has like a 25% chance of winning, if even that. If even that. Because Larpaattori is now 7 points ahead. The field is equal. This is 3, so plus 4 for Larpaattori, plus 8, plus 9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so like plus 1 actually for blue. But the Road Monastery is just gonna be so many points that it will determine the entire game for Larpaattori on its own. Because for Larpaattori, it's gonna be enough to draw the Road Monastery or the Dorito. Like, he has two winning tiles, and Maelstrom only has really a 25% chance, because he has to draw the tiles simply for the fact that red cannot draw those tiles. And even if he gets the monastery, he can't. It's not even winning for him necessarily, because this shit could happen. Like getting a billion points on the board of red. Also, just with an extra 3-point farmer for for good of it. So now, like, we just go over here, I think. And we take the 4 points. And then we bank on getting the monastery and we bank on getting the Dorito. I mean, I really don't see how else this is going to result into the win of blue. And it will not. Oh no. No! Where are our quick points? Oh god, no. Where are our quick points? We can take the field later and we need to score stuff with our meeple. Because we have to draw, we need to draw the monastery and now we can't score points with it. Oh, now I don't even necessarily think it matters. Well, we can get a meeple back, but where are our points, god damn it? Where are the points? We now we need to like meeple or get the monastery first even to go here to get a meeple back and then meeple something with the Dorito. Instead, we could have just taken these 4 points right here. We can't even get to the main field from here. And it doesn't matter if you bank onto a 9-point field upon this Dorito, because if the Dorito hits, you are just fucked anyway. Excuse my language, but like this is not a good move. It is not a winning move. Because now we just decreased our win percentage by like 50%. Because now we have to actually get the monastery first and only then the Dorito, whereas before we could have gotten them anyways, like in any order. Not good. And also, if maelstrim if he gets the monastery, he might still make the mistake to go over here and block this. Well, he gets the... Oh my... Oh, well, he gets the... Oh. Good lord, man. Because we are now like +3. But we cannot... Oh my god! Do you see what I'm supposed to intake this? We got absolutely, we got everything we needed as blue. Everything. Everything, but we are now having the wrong tile sequence, so we cannot win. We cannot win. Unless I have severely miscounted. We have the right tiles, but we don't have the meeple to score for the right tiles. Oh, we are losing out on like, wait, actually, we are losing out on points, almost for certain, almost for goddamn certain. And I think this is definitely gonna be a loss by like 1 or 2 points for blue, which is gonna be heartbreaking. It's gonna be really sad. It's gonna be really sad in just a moment's time. Fuck's sake. We lose by 2 points. And I know this sounds so unbelievably biased. Like, so unbelievably biased for blue. But, like, we had everything we could have ever wanted to make the win, right? Everything. Because if we know, and we know the tiles that we need to get for a win, we have to bank on those tiles. This 6-pointer is not enough when we know we have to bank on the Road Monastery and on the Dorito, then we have to do something bigger and grander with the Road Monastery. And what is it good for? It's so fucking good every time to attack the fields when there are always attacking possibilities to the fields when they are not like blockable at all with the Road Monastery as a threat. Ah, yeah, it hurts my soul and my spirit and every other part of my body and spiritual me. Look at this. We lose by 2 points. First of all, this monastery is over here is worth 6 points. Whereas we took 6 points here. So that's the same. The difference, the key difference, the only difference, the difference that we had to that we had to see is that we can take quick points with this tile. Get an additional 4 points. Then get this exact tile combo, which was 25% to begin with, but we got it. And then we can go to make the final points. And we could have even gone to 2-2 match score. Would you believe that? Oh, I am. I mean, well, I am heartbroken. I truly expected Maelstrim to find the easy, quick 4 points because it's a really easy move to find. Like on its own, it requires a lot to really know why you have to do that, and but man, I will emphasize that I know this sounds very biased, and it's not really the best thing, but I was so expecting for Maelstrom to to pull this off if he actually draws the correct tiles that he needed. And he did draw the tiles that he needed, but he didn't utilize them well enough. Ah, it was offered. The game was offered to him on basically on a silver platter, but the servant spilled the drinks. The servant spilled the drinks. Well, can't get always what you want. Let's do the honors of giving Larpaattori his 3rd point. And now that we have actually reached the end of the match, we can congratulate Larpaattori of his finals spot. And then Maelstrom will be fighting then for in the bronze medal match. And now, actually, I will actually already reveal this much because I haven't actually told this to the players themselves, so that we're gonna have a little chat right here right now about the CCL qualification spots and the actual prizes that are in this competition. So As is regarded in the rules, the first place spot will be getting the main stage spot in the CCL directly. That's like no questions asked. That is also the requirement for the main stage spot, that only the winner can actually take that, even if he didn't want to. Like you can't just pass it down to the second place. That's not allowed. So the first place spot will go. The main stage spot will go to the first place. Now the second place spot will be getting the spot in the CCL qualifiers. However, however, um, if it happens so that I play in the finals, if I manage to win my own semifinals match, only if, uh, then if I lose to Larpaattori, like this is a lot of ifs, but I will explain this. If I then lose to Larpaattori and I come and I finish on the second place in the tournament, then I will not be taking the CCL qualifier spot from the Q2. I will be instead going to Q4, which is the top 8 ELO qualifier, and then that means that the qualifier spot will be going to the third place finisher of this tournament, which means that despite now fighting only for the bronze medal, Maelstrom still actually has a chance to get to the CCL qualifiers. In the event that, well, first of all, yeah, in the event that I firstly manage to win against Noppasakki my semi-final, and then I lose to Larpaattori. But so theoretically, there is this sort of a chance that Finland will then have three participants, one in the main stage and two in the qualifiers, as opposed to only having the main stage and one qualifier spot. So this is mainly mainly information for the Finnish viewers here, especially for Noppasakki and maelstrim if they happen to watch this stream later. So you might still want to make your bronze medal match count if it is the place where you have your final match in. Now, of course, if I lose to Noppasakki, then nothing really changes. Well, actually, well, it does kind of change, because if I lose to Noppasakki, then I just automatically will be attending the Q4, because I have the top 8 peak ELO of 2025, and then Noppasakki and maelstrim, Noppasakki um, and Larpaattori will be, well, sharing amongst themselves the main stage and the qualifier spot, just based on the finals. And if I lose to Noppasakki, then and only then really, maelstrim doesn't really have more than glory to play for. But so actually, yeah. So actually, for the competitive experience chances for maelstrim, it is very much worthy to cheer me to win against Noppasakki in my semifinals. So yeah, that's that. Larpaattori is in the chat. Thanks, Otto. See you in the final. Well, I wouldn't be so sure about that just yet. I have had my difficulties against Noppasakki before, so let's not take that anywhere near granted. Also, like, he's just rated above an expert level, so it's not like it's not like, not like auto wins. Had to go with the pun there. But yeah, that's some additional information for y'all. Uh, Congratulations again to Larpaattori for getting the first finals spot. And also, good luck to maelstrim in the bronze medal match, whoever you end up playing against. Tough game. I certainly hope that well, both of these players are going to be looking this stream later, and certainly hoping that they will be getting something out of it, especially maelstrim, because I took such a long time kind of ranting about this exact move here, that I really hope that the point goes through, like why this was bad and what we should have done, which is just take the 4 points for the city. Yeah, that'll be all for today. I will have my own semifinals match then tomorrow at 1600 UTC, and that will, of course, as the semifinal match will determine the second finals spot for OCFC, whether Larpaattori will be having the finals against myself or Jonne Vornanen. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for sticking all the way until the end. And if you did enjoy this type of Carcassonne content and would like to see more of it, then there is an easy way to support the channel by subscribing or by simply liking the stream. I will be coming back to you guys with some more content, probably in the form of some arena pushing stream, maybe even this week. And until then, I wish you all well. Bye for now.